Hello and welcome to tonight's Sketchy Live. I'm Andy Marshall. This is what got up to last night on the kids book called Super Scout. Working on this double page spread and got it finished after the live last night, and as you can see I'm adding some trees into the background there and kind of having to rub out around the houses and the Tesla and just basically rearranging things a bit. I had it a much wider shot before. Rob suggested I come in much tighter. Managed to fit all the text in as well. So I think you'll see in a minute that the layout looks a whole lot better, I think. So and then it'll be a matter of working out what don't want that to play again. Go away, please. So this is what we've, and I've got the text up there. I think I've got on. So this is kind of that faint line is where the page comes down for the double page spread. So yeah, I think that is a page pretty much done apart from some shading and textures. So that's good. And as we announced last time, the book is called Super Scout. Yes, it's about scouts. We were holding off on telling everyone about that until we actually got a thumbs up from scouts about that. I'm trying to work out what to do for the next page because I was leaving some text off to not give stuff away, but I'm thinking we might be able to put that on. I've got a whole heap of merging to do here. Don't quite want to merge into that background yet because we need some wallpaper on there. But so I've got, be interesting to see how it lays out. So I've got here, we've got, that's for pages 6 and 7. How it lays out. So I've got here, we've got, oh, gotta get rid of that. At least I know my audio is coming through. Okay, so 6 and 7. So I'll grab that from, so as you can see, Rob's written down exactly how it should appear in the book. So I wonder how many layers, if I've used up my 15 layers here, whether I'll get another layer. Add some text in there. Now I want to take it down to about this would be a good thing to check. I need to check my notes as to what I had for font size. I think from memory it was about 20. Paste it in there. So what I do with my text is I write it down and then trace over the top of it. Pretty sure that's not sure we're looking more like 30 even. I might have to check this on the other page. But as you can see, I can kind of move that around, work out the best spots for it. Let's go back into this page, and it gives me, be able to give me an idea of what my font size was. Take it down to 20. Okay, so this is interesting. So be able to compare it here. And kind of looks like about right. Once that letter I can kind of match up on. That's looking like it. So if I so that's 24 for text. So here's an important note. You're doing your kids' book. To work out your font size. I mean, you may have to make it. And it's ENA 1. Okay, so I'll get rid of that before just making sure I get rid of the right one. That would be scary. And if that didn't go over everywhere. Yeah, one semi-bold. $24. Well, pretty close to 24. Cool. So now I've got to work out on this double page spread. If I've got my black frame, I'll get rid of that. I'll do it as a inserted image. That one, and fit to screen. That will give me my page, edge of page for the double page spread. Like so, which is very helpful when I'm doing the text. So what my tendency has been to do is I'll kind of add blue over this picture frame so that the text comes out easier. It doesn't get lost. So what else I will do is use the cutout tool for the text which is going on the other page. Go to moving it. I must be on the wrong layer. Yes, I am. So and also I just realized I don't need that layer there either. Hey, so let's try that again. Cutout tool. And here, go to move it. And work out somewhere over here. And also I've got to change Elijah's clothes because he says, this is my woggle and this is my scarf. Yes, the woggle is really its name, so don't laugh. Now let's have a look at what I had on my original. So this is the original storyboard that I went to. Check out my uniform. Smart do I look? I'll show you my badges later on in this book. So I could have, this is my woggle and this is my scarf. I could have, this is my woggle with an arrow and this is my scarf with an arrow. And yes, woggle's written name, so don't laugh, down there. So I'll get this text up here. This is kind of really just for, it's quite tricky over getting all the design of it right and the layout of it right. So that one's for a basket. These are all basket ones, that's car ones, so these can merge down. And that's basket as well, but we don't. So I do need both of those, so I'll merge that one down into that one. And merge that one down into that one. That one down to that one. Okay. And this is Sophie's whiskers. Because as I've said before, once you get to this kind of resolution for a book, you lose the amount of layers you've got. Looks like I'm getting some junk comments in my YouTube. Okay, so let's move this right up the top. Do some more merging down. Just basically tidying it up. I'd like to know what I've done there. Oh, that's a book, is it? Is it a book? Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I can't seem to see it when I... don't remember doing anything there, so I'm going to take that out as well. I can always replace it if it's something turns up. Okay. I've decided to go back now that the word is out on the street about this book, and just get the text, everything kind of laid out properly. So I'm kind of going back and getting the other pages up to date, just to give you a look at. So that's how I've got last night's one turning out. So so what I'm tending to do to keep the text clear is, you see, I'm going in behind where the text is running over lines where it's going to kind of muck the text up, and I'm kind of bringing in some of the colour just to kind of lighten the lines where the text is running over, and I think that works quite well. Kind of done that right through here as well, rather than putting a big kind of blurred cloud behind it or something like that. So yeah, I've got Safi on the roof as well. So yeah, pretty happy with that. We've got, I'll put a smile, bit of a smile on Mum. Is it like that Mona Lisa kind of smile? But that was fun. I could kind of go right in and distort the edge and bring it up a bit, which kind of made that work. So yeah, that's all cool. So I'm going back into here. I am freed up a whole bunch of layers, so I am getting some, so wonder if no, that's cool. It's funny, you always work out how you shot yourself in the foot after the fact, but oh well. These things happen. I go, I wish I did that, but I didn't do that, so you know. Don't know why that's not wanting to. Let me just... that's why I didn't connect it. Now I might need to come down and... So I'll probably only fade out the the left-hand picture using via razor monoline calligraphy so I can get the hard edge. I'll still leave a bit of that in there. And I think, sadly, I'm going to have to come down in here and go around my raised back in around Crumpet. That's kind of what I was alluding to when I said I think I've shot myself in the foot there. I should have left Crumpet. But you live and learn. So now I've got to erase Crumpet back out of here. Hope your dinner's going well, Rob. I'm not distracting too much from the dinner at hand. It was good to see that the live stream came through well on Facebook. Not that I've really got anyone following there yet, but I haven't really worked on my Facebook account or have time working on my Facebook account, but when I do, for people to look at, and who knows, people might just find. Might stumble across the stuff. Because you've got to pay for everything on Facebook. Boost this post. And I really just wanted to get across onto Facebook for the fact that the streaming app I'm using allows me to multi-stream, and I just thought I might as well just go to Facebook as well. I mean, it'd be good. I would prefer Instagram. I would like to do Instagram as well, but the only problem is that Instagram is the wrong aspect ratio. So if I wanted to go live to Instagram too, that'd be a whole separate stream and a whole separate camera angle and a whole other phone, of course. And you know, do tend to get quite good views and what have you over on Instagram. But they don't like most of these platforms don't mind you multi-streaming. But Instagram wants you to just be on exclusively on Instagram, which makes it quite hard. So there you go, that's the thing with Instagram. Oops. I'm working with a very short stylus. I think I one day get one of those very nice Apple pencils that kind of is pressure sensitive and all that kind of jazz. Saw some people talking about it from Procreate today. They're launching their new latest edition Procreate with 3D animation modeling and stuff like that. They just keep adding more and more awesome stuff to that program. But they were talking about the advances with the Apple Pen and the iPad, I mean, and why they're exclusively, for the moment, as Procreate, sticking with being an Apple only kind of app, because they say that Apple has the best quality stuff and the best quality tools. So it kind of makes me think that I might have made the right decision. Not that I paid for the iPad. This is my wife's iPad. and she won it on Facebook, of all things. So I can't get too down on Facebook. Those things you go, did I really win that? It sounds like a scam. Okay. But I can vouch for the fact that it was not a scam. There we go. I think I've grabbed all the bits of blue. And then I could just go in and go, how much is too much? Too much. I mean, because it'd be good to see the background a bit. We have seen it on the previous book. But I'm watching but can't hear as the music is loud. Okay. And you need to enjoy your dinner too, but now it's kind of looking good there. And as well. Thank you. Yes, Safi on the car is quite good. It's going to be fun to make those additions. So let's have a look here. Let's hope I'm on the right layer. I'll soon find out. There we go. Always does that. Always. Yeah. We had it kind of down there somewhere. Now we need a woggle and a scarf. Now I'm thinking of doing arrows over here, so let's just get a feel for this. Oops. Yeah. Thinking of going, okay. I've got an idea now. Come on. Now it's a bit close to the center. Whether see the woggles below the scarf, so well, the scarf does hang down lower, so maybe this is my woggle, this is my scarf, so bring that one back up. This is my woggle. And this is my scarf. Could have it go like that, maybe. And have little arrows going down to them. And there will be stuff on the wallpaper there, so that's fine. I'll bring up the woggle. And have like arrows going down. And that, I don't mind that on the page like that. Put that up there. Bit of a blank desk there, but I don't know that much. Okay. So what I shall do is bring this down like so. What are we getting up to here? Yeah, I think to make the 24-point font. That looks good. So this is how you write in a kid's book. To do your own. I mean, we could have put in a font into the kid's book, but I really feel that it gives it just a good style to include, you know, the illustrator's handwriting. Even though I'm copying, you know, you can tell it's handwritten. Just makes it feel a little bit more personal. And the main thing about doing this as well is getting the spacing and everything right for your text. Because getting the spacing for your text on something like a iPad is a bit of a nightmare. So using it as a guide is really good. And these positions, I'll still be able to move them around, but I wanted to get them roughly in the right spot. I'm not doing too perfectly over lines. Wanting to do it give it more of a handwritten feel, but not too much, because I still want to make it easy to read. To get a bit bigger. So I'm liking the idea of pretty much showing the whole documentation of a book, because I mean I'm not doing a live for the entire documentation of a book, but so basically when the live stream ends I still keep recording, and then I can turn that into like a fast time-lapsey type thing at the beginning of the next live. So basically if you did watch all the lives, you'd basically see the entire creation of a book. And when these are basically done, pre-shading and whatever, I'll probably put them up on Google Drive for you, Rob, so you can add any notes for edits. It's been pretty good having you on the lives. Been able to make a whole bunch of edits there and then, which has been pretty useful. Feels like there's a lot more text in this book for Motivate Man. Might even bring that up more, because you want the text quite easy to be able to be seen. Maybe 50%. It's funny how I like to have it. It's got to be a round number. Just I'll show you some badges later on in this book. Now I have to draw in Elijah's top. Now I might do that. So there you can see what the handwritten look looks like. Now, to get tricky, we've got Elijah. Now I'm just going to check that that colour I've got for Elijah matches his uniform here, because that's the blue of his top. It's great being able to go back out through the take that out of the way and that paint out doesn't work quite so well. Might have to go in behind and adjust that a bit. Let's try it again anyway and see how much I can adjust the threshold, see if I can saturate out that. Gonna have to start further left. Bring it right up. We don't want that much. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'll be able to fix that. I just have to go back over that to get rid of that bit. Yeah, as I suspected, I'd coloured the chair. I'll just have to do some extra lines on top. That's probably going to be deleted anyway, but just getting a rough feel for it. Okay, and then I'm going in to do some, so we've got these let's just try and get the line width right. Try and match it in. something like that. I'm just going to merge that one down, see how this colouring looks. Yep, some on the right layer here. Sweet, very nice. Not sure if I adjusted my pen thickness. That's about right now. Yep, that's a trap drawing on the background. Don't do that. You're going to be entering a world of pain. Looks about right, I think. Now I can delete that without deleting my background. Get that one, merge that down, bring a lovely yellow into here. Very cool. Starting to look more like a scout uniform. Now I need to get the general idea of what we got here. So kind of comes across flat the base of his neck and goes up and then out. It's pretty much square and then up for the collar. That's how I've got that. So let's try and recreate that. I might have to cheat it up a bit because he's sitting lower in the seat, but we want to be able to see the woggle as well. So might need to even come up a bit more. Like so. Just distort it out a bit. In fact, it shouldn't be a bit like that actually. Then it can wrap. Then I can erase that. After, I might come in here a bit and make a few. I think that needs to be. Been the right one. There's a lot of cutting and manipulating and moving stuff around. Don't know if that's kind of what it's like with normal illustrations. It certainly is when you're doing like a layout type thing for a kid's book. And get in here. Now, so under that we had we've got that coming in and into the woggle like so. Let's give that a go. And to there. So, yeah, might have to even bring his collar up a bit higher to make that woggle visible. Hopefully I can make it look natural. So I'm just going to get a feel for where it would come out. That's what I'll need to give it another layer. Well, because I've got them, why not? So the scarf is coming through here. Got another layer for the woggle. Woggles like so. And you go back to the scarf. So I'll get them all trimmed and I'll try and push it up a bit. Try and expose more of the scarf. bits for scarf, bit is that bit. Now, I'll give that a bit of a trim as well, even though I'm going to move it up. Even bring it up a bit higher. And distort that out a bit, just so we've got some more scarf. And then I can add more scarf to there. There should be an actual gap down there because it's coming right around. Now I think I might need something down the middle of there too. Just referring back to my kind of master of my scout thing. Oh, I could do, or I could have it just coming off the side a bit there. What did I do here? Just kind of came straight out. Let's go. Like that. Try not to make it too straight down the line. Okay. Merge that one down. Grab that, and I think I can distort that one in a bit. The whole thing goes in. Freeform. Let's try freeform. I think that looks a bit better. Yeah, so before we couldn't really jump the gun and say all the stuff about scouts, so I was just giving Elijah just a bit of a standard looking top. I could make changes to later, so I'm going to need to. That is the background. And that's the scarf. So what I will do is do a colour selection on Elijah's neck, paint down that bit of chest, and then colour the scarf on top. I think is the way to go about it. Why can't I see the... It's because it's on the wrong layer. No, it doesn't work doing it like that. I'm just going to paint it out. Now I'll get the other colours. I'll go to my master one. Maroon for the scarf. That paint drop didn't quite work. Now I'm going to have to make another layer behind. I'll do a connection. Always found this is a bit of a trouble connecting where you don't want a blank line. So now I'll merge that down. Now it's essentially closed off that shape, so now I can fill it. Like so, I'll just get the woggle colour happening, and then probably end of a live stream for tonight. Now we're there, okay. There we go. Transformed his top into a scout top. Pretty happy with that. Got a few little red lines that I need to touch up with a pencil. But yeah, that's looking cool. Okay, thanks Rob for dropping by, and anyone else watching on the playback. If you're watching on YouTube, comment, subscribe, you know, wherever you are watching the video, if there's a way you can like it or comment, let me know you've watched it, and if you got any questions, let me know, and yeah, I'll be back again soon. Okay, check you later.